Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we've got lots of updates as well as a lot of information from what's going on board the cruise ships right now, as well as some meet and greets that some people are putting together of Let's Go family members on a couple of upcoming cruises. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members. It is wonderful to be here with you, and welcome to all of you who are new. We are so glad that you found us. If there is anyone here who hasn't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would consider subscribing to our channel, and we think that it's going to be a wonderful benefit in your life as well, because it'll help you stay up to date with everything that you need to know if you're thinking about cruising right now, as well as we are forming so many wonderful friendships that I just know are going to last forever. So you're going to want to be a part of that too. So first of all, I just want to really quickly thank everyone. I got so many kind well wishes for my cold and that I'll feel better. I know I don't need to tell you this, but I've had enough comments. I did get tested for COVID. I don't have COVID. I just have a cold. And I am feeling much better than I was on Saturday. Today is Monday, February 21st. So happy President's Day. We are going to do our live this evening, and our lives are always on Monday night. We do them at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, so that puts it 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. Central. And we would love to have you join us. And so please do plan on that this evening if you can. Now, we have lots of questions, and I would say that the number one question that we have had since I put that video out on Monday about these new masking protocols is if you're on board on a ship already, if your cruise is embarked and you will be on board on February 28th or March 1st, when these masking protocols change, are you going to still have to wear a mask? And so, first of all, Carnival and Princess have both said the day of March 1st, that starting March 1st, if you're vaccinated, you will not have to wear a mask except for in certain venues, certain events. And they didn't say which ones those were, but it sounds a lot like a lot of that masking requirement will go away. And the date that Royal Caribbean put forward was February 28th. And so they're just next to each other. But anyway, what I really honestly think, I think it would be weird if you had people on one cruise ship that had departed a day later and they didn't have to wear a mask, and people that had departed a day or two earlier and they do have to wear a mask. So my guess will be is that they won't make you wear a mask if you don't want to. But I am really hopeful that so many of you who will be on a cruise ship will report to us and let us know what happens on March 1st or February 28th. Because it'll be interesting to hear if even different ships are a little bit different with that. And so if you will be on board a ship then, please do let us know. You can send me an email, you can private message me through our Facebook group, Let's Go Travel Tips. You can post there, put it in a comment, however's easiest for you. We would love to know and would really appreciate hearing. And so I would just focus on that our future is bright, whether you like to wear a mask or whether you don't. A lot more flexibility is coming with that. And so I think that the door is opening a little bit, that we'll be getting to the place in COVID where we'll be used to having it more, and it'll just be something we have to manage from here on out. But it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. And so that's that. The other question I've had several times is what we think is going to happen with children who are because the vaccines are allowed. Sorry, I lost that word. The vaccines are approved for children who are ages 5 to 11, and of course the 12 to 16, and all the different age groups. So basically, if children are 5 or older, they can be vaccinated. But there is no vaccine approved so far for children who are 4 or younger. I find it really interesting, and you might want to know that on the Carnival website, they say that children who are not eligible for a vaccine, so they're 4 or younger, or under 5, however you want to say that, are not going to be included in that calculation of, you know, how like they want 95% at least of the passengers vaccinated, and so there's that 5% that can not be vaccinated. Those children who are not eligible are not going to be calculated in that 5%. And so they are just going to be able to cruise. They're not going to have an exemption. And so that will leave a little bit more wiggle room there if Carnival wants to grant exemptions to people who are eligible to be vaccinated but are not for whatever reason. And so I wanted to point that out. Now, Princess has not updated their protocols. Today, you know, did I say it's Monday, February 21st, and it is a holiday. And so I'm wondering if tomorrow we're going to see more updates, and I'll surely keep my eye out. But that's going to be a really interesting consideration moving forward, because children 4 and under are not even eligible. So it's not like they're not vaccinated. They're not vaccinated, but it's not like they've chosen to not be vaccinated or not vaccinated for whatever reason. So it'll be really interesting to see how the other cruise lines manage that going forward. And so I would say, you know, we have a Let's Go family member, and they were mentioning that their family has a family cruise that is scheduled in July. And you know what? I wouldn't cancel it yet. I would just keep my eye on it, because in July you have to, like, what, the middle of April? 90 days out before final payments due, or before you can't get your money back. I would really watch things until then, because I think we're going to have a whole lot more information by then, and I think things are going to change by then. Of course, I don't know exactly what they're going to decide, but I would really keep my eye out. And in the end, if children who are under 5 cannot cruise on Princess, there are other cruise lines that they can. They can clearly cruise on Disney. They can cruise on Carnival. I know those two for sure. I really should double check with Celebrity and Norwegian what they're doing. Norwegian they probably can't, because they say everyone needs to be vaccinated. But I'll take a look at Celebrity and let you know. But there are other cruise lines, so it doesn't mean your family can't cruise. Now, I do know that your family is going to have a different cruise experience on different cruise lines. I know that cruising on Carnival is not the same as cruising on Princess. And so hopefully we'll be able to navigate a way that you can still have a wonderful experience and cruise on a cruise line you enjoy. But we will really keep an eye out for those updates. So I wanted to let you know that. And so yeah, like I said, keep an eye on everything. I wouldn't be too anxious to cancel. You can still cancel up to 30 days before and get your money back as a future cruise credit. But if you have a whole family cruise scheduled, that's a lot of money. And so if you don't want to just get a future cruise credit, keep your eye on that date that you can still get your money back. That's what I would say. Also, I want to add, I get so many questions still about Europe. Europe, they are still working on the protocols. None of the cruise lines, I've looked, none of the cruise lines who are the ones that we think of here cruising out of the United States, who will then be moving over to cruise from Europe for the summertime, none of them have released their protocols yet. And so as soon as they do, we will hear, and I would expect in March we'll hear, maybe even a little bit before March, but it should surely be coming up, because those cruises are going to start up. But people are just so concerned, worrying about their testing, that you're going to need to board the ship. 2 points on that. Number one, the CDC has no jurisdiction on those cruises because they're not in the United States. The countries there that the cruises are departing from are the ones that will have jurisdiction. And so keep your eye on that. And then the other thing is last year, for all of the ships that were sailing, and I looked up so many cruise lines last year because I was just curious, they all offered testing at the port that was complimentary. That's even like from Princess with sailings from the UK. We had Norwegian and others sailing, and MSC sailing from Rome and from Barcelona, from other places, and everything was supplied at the port. So don't be worrying yet. We'll have plenty of time to do something about it. And the cruise lines know that people are worried about it, and they know that they've got to make arrangements for tests. And so they know that this is on everybody's mind, so don't worry. It'll be okay. The next thing, this is just a fun note, the Wonder of the Seas sailed into Port Everglades last night. She is the largest cruise ship in the world, the brand new Royal Caribbean ship. And I just wanted to let you know she's there in Port Everglades. If you're new to cruising, Port Everglades is the port there in Fort Lauderdale, and I watched some of the footage of that, and she is indeed spectacular. So beautiful. She will be sailing, just sailings here to the Caribbean until she departs for Europe for her summer season. I think she'll be based in Barcelona there, and if you have a minute and can get on her, I surely would. If I end up with a minute before she goes, which I don't know that I am, if I end up with some free time before she sails for Barcelona, I am going to try to go get on that ship, even if I, just do it last minute. That's on my list of things to try to do. So I just thought you would appreciate knowing about that, and if you haven't seen it, you might want to look for that footage. I thought of tucking a little footage in here, but I can't find any that doesn't belong to someone, and I don't want to take people's footage. So the next thing that I want to let you know about is as far as lots of people have been talking about where to stay in Fort Lauderdale. You saw our video that I put out the other day about where we stayed in Fort Lauderdale, and the hotel was okay. It wasn't like amazing. It was okay. It wasn't bad. But I would look for somewhere else to stay the next time I go. And Andrea, one of our Let's Go family members, she is really awesome. She said that they stay, whenever they go, at the Homewood Suites, which is just off on Griffin Road, just off of I-95. And it's really awesome because if you drive, you can park your car there for free for a week. They have a shuttle that goes over to the port that's $10, and they give every day breakfast is free, and most nights dinner is free as well. She said it's very reasonably priced, and it's really a nice 2-room suite that you get 2 TVs. And so that's nice if you're traveling and you both don't want to watch something at the same time, or you've got your kids with you, they can do a TV and you can watch a TV. But I wanted to let you know about that. That sounds like a really great option. And also Ellen said that she has stayed at a place, it's a boutique hotel called Victoria Park, and she said that it's reasonably priced. And it's right over by the Galleria shopping mall if you would like to be close to somewhere that you can do a little bit of shopping or walk around while you're there. So I just wanted to let you know of those other 2 options that come highly recommended from Let's Go family members. So there's that. Now we have a couple of updates from people who are on cruises right now. And first of all, let me tell you right now, the Ruby Princess is sailing at around 800 passengers, and they're having an amazing cruise. I've seen lots of updates on our website, on our Facebook group that so many of you have shared, as well as people just messaging me that y'all are having amazing times on your cruises. I'm not getting any complaints, and so that makes me really happy. So the Ruby is sailing at 1800. We have Scott right now on a cruise, and he gave us this really valuable information. You can see it over on our Facebook group, and I don't share everything from there, but this I thought was worth sharing so that everyone can be aware of it. So he booked the Butterfly Conservatory aerial tram sloth excursion in Costa Rica, and he said avoid that. He said it's basically a long ride in a bus with 2 stops and a non-thrilling lunch. The Butterfly Conservatory only has two different types of butterflies. So that's nuts. And it said it took us over an hour to wait for the unorganized tram ride to nowhere. The bus ride to the sloth exhibit was all the way on the opposite side near San Jose. And then he said with beach traffic back, they were back to the ship like 25 minutes after the scheduled departure time. So that's late. That's like being there for 55 minutes late, because they have the all aboard, which is a half an hour before you go, and they didn't get there until 25 minutes after the sail time. And so I would think that if it was a remarkable excursion, he would say go anyway. But maybe you just don't want to go on that one just based on what he shared. I just wanted to put that out there and let everyone know how that's going right now. We also have an update from Mark. He is sailing on the Regal Princess, and he was kind enough to send me this. And he said that they right now are having a wonderful week. He sent me this just yesterday, Sunday, February 20th. There's about 1,400 people on board of the Ruby, and this is really cool to know. About 300 of those people stayed on from the previous week cruise, so people are still having an awesome time doing that, and I love that. And you know, I wonder how quickly that window is closing. I think that it's going to close pretty quick, that we're going to have these lower capacities and the ease of staying on for another week at an affordable price, just simply with the change in masks. And as people feel like things are going again after Omicron is, you know, going away, I just think that this is a really special window, as I've shared with you before. So anyway, Mark says he's loving it and it's not crowded at all. I thought y'all might like to know they had a singles meet and greet last night, and about 20 people showed up, and a Princess staff member hosted it, and he said it was a lot of fun. He said this morning some of the singles ate breakfast together, which I love. People sail single for a lot of reasons, or solo, however you want to say it, and it's not always just because they don't, sometimes whoever they would bring with them just can't come, or like there's a million reasons. And so I think it's awesome when people have like somebody to eat breakfast with. He says the gym was not crowded, easy to get a treadmill and work out. The food's been okay, not great but adequate. Just participated in the wine tasting, which was well attended and was excellent. Overall, he just is having a really great cruise, and today, which would be Monday, is a port day. And so I hope that we get some more updates from him, just letting us know how everything is going. I really appreciate that. Now, we have a couple of more. Oh, and I want to tell you this. I'm going to do a whole video about the Princess Shuttle, the Princess Transfer as it is sometimes called. I'm going to have my husband help me so that I can show you the computer screen about how to find it in your cruise information, how to know where to go to get the shuttle, when to get it, how to book it, just everything. And so I'm hoping that we can have that all ready for in the morning, tomorrow morning for you, so that that information is out there. The next thing, Gordon's just not home right now to help me. So the next thing is we've got two groups who are going to be sailing, and this makes me so excited, and I am so envious. I've had the lovely pleasure of meeting so many of you when we've been on a cruise, but we are like taking a leap here and starting to organize some get-togethers, and just so here are two sailings that we've got people meeting. So first of all, Arlene is going to be on the Caribbean Princess, February 27th and March 6th. And Jeffrey, our Let's Go family member, is also going to be on the March 6th. And so if you are going to be on that cruise, plan to meet on day one of each cruise, either the 27th or the March 6th one, at 4 p.m. On the Outrigger Bar on deck 15. And if that's serving me correct, is that on the back? I think it maybe is. And it's beautiful back there. The Wakeview pool is beautiful. Just go have a lovely time and just say hi. It's just a lovely opportunity to meet some really nice people, because you know what, amazingly, you all are so kind. You are amazing. And so if you're going to be on either one of those cruises on the Caribbean Princess, go ahead and go and say hello. Now, on the Ruby Princess, the February 25th sailing for the Panama Canal, Jill is going to be in stateroom B602. Just call her and leave a voicemail if you don't catch them in their stateroom, so that you can meet up. She thought it would be really fun if some Let's Go family members wanted to meet for cocktails. And so if you'll just give her a call or a quick, little voicemail there on the ship, then y'all can work out a good time to meet and say hello. That just makes me so happy, so happy. And so I hope that you enjoy that. That is all of the updates that I have for you today. If you've got questions about anything, just put them in the comments below. I'm going to try to remind us all more often. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, it's Let's Go Travel Tips over on Facebook. You just request to be added, and my husband will add you, and we'd just love to have you there with us. And there is so much information being shared there that you're going to want to be there as well. And I thank all of you who are so kind and update things. I'm kind of having a hard time keeping up with everything, and so many of you reply to questions that people have and just talk to each other. So thank you. Thank you for being the remarkable people that you are. If you appreciate these updates, will you please give this video a thumbs up? And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.